You're welcome to this edition of Matters Arising with Gentle Yewa. So today we'll be discussing something that is a little bit controversial. Yes, controversial in the sense that it is something that many people doesn't want to touch. Because the moment you want to touch this kind of topic, everybody begin to put sentiment into it. The Bible has been translated into so many languages, nearly all Nigerian languages. Quran also has been translated into some languages. And there is something that I watched online, it touched me, and that actually inspired this particular episode of Matters Arising. Now, there is somebody that is known to be saying a lot of things that doesn't make too much sense to people. But the day I watched this particular video of his, it touched me, and I made myself a promise I'm going to have something, said about this on Matters Arising. Now, what was it? In Nigeria, one of the things that made us to be this backward is because we are technologically disadvantaged. Now, in most of the countries where they are technologically advanced, they teach science in their local languages. Whatever invention or thing that comes their way, they translate them into their local language. Talk about the Japan of this world, the Chinese of this world, the Germany of this world, and other countries that are doing well technologically. But here, we translate the Bible to as many languages as we can. Now, all our scholars and professors, those who are good in languages, should take a cue from what I said this guy talked about online to translate physics, chemistry, biology, and other science books into local language that children will understand. That you don't need to speak English to understand. You don't need to speak English as a Chinese boy to know how to do certain things. You don't need to speak English as a German to know how to do some of these things. Now, but let us just take it that because we were colonized by the English, fine. But then we were colonized by the English, but we can translate Bible and Quran to Yoruba, so that the Yorubas can read and understand the Bible and Quran, but we cannot translate chemistry, physics, biology, and other sciences into Yoruba, so that we can understand and it will be easy for us to study. Now, imagine how it will be if you are teaching physics in a local language that everybody understands. If you are teaching mathematics in language that everybody understands, but because we are so religiously minded and technologically backward people, so we believe that that is why everything that is wrong with us, we give it spiritual meaning. But that same spirit that worries us does not worry them in those advanced places that we go to. And even some of our spiritual fathers go there for holidays. You see all our imams and our Muslim brothers, they rush to Saudi Arabia for Hajj. Our Christian brothers, they rush to Israel for pilgrimage. Now, if the government of those places or the people of those places do not advance their causes or do not work towards advancing their causes, now we won't be able to say we're going there. So now what we need us to do in Africa especially is that our professors, we have a lot of professors. I listened to many of those big guys. We've won almost every prizes that should be won, and so they should be able to interpret, translate the physics, chemistry, biology, and other sciences into our local language, so it will be easy for us to understand. And I think this is something that is worth talking about. Now, I watched one of Oba Solomon video, and that ordinarily I don't, and somebody called my attention to what the guy was saying, and I was like, wow, this is one of the best things I've ever had him talk about. Now, the guy said, if all our scholars put their effort, the same effort they put into translating the Bible into so many languages and Quran into so many languages, into translating science books into so many languages, we probably would have gone beyond where we are now. And that is why I am saying sometimes there are things that we shouldn't, because we are too spiritual. Actually, we are too sincerely, in my own opinion, we are too spiritual. Even those who brought Christianity and Islam to us, they are not taking it the way we are taking it here. And that is why you want to catch any Nigerian touch religion. Even as I'm discussing this, there are people that will be like, oh, are you saying God does not, God does not, God does not? No. God will do what God should do. Man must do what man must do. We cannot leave what man should do for God to do. Now, that is even if they believe in the God, because those who has governed Africa and Nigeria especially, they swear with the Bible and Quran, and at the end of the day, they behave worse than people who never believed in those books. So I want to plead with all our scholars. So now, as very awkward as this may sound, they should help look in that direction. Some will say it's too late, but nothing good is too late in doing. Now, this is Matters Arising with Gentle AY. Till I come your way next time on another episode of Matters Arising, stay blessed.